What about the Afghanistan offensive right now? Some Taliban leaders have been captured. Is that something that?
I think there have been a number of very positive developments in recent days. The issue for me is whether the president is in fact fully committed to a strategy that would lead to the destruction of Taliban, or, as he said in his West Point speech, if he's somewhat concerned with that, but more concerned with beginning a process of withdrawal in the summer of 2011. Obviously, we don't know the answer to that, but I fear that's an example of the sending at best of a mixed, or more likely a signal of weakness that our adversaries interpret to our detriment.
What do you think about the possibility of recess appointments President Obama might be considering because of what's going on in the Senate right now?
I'm always delighted to see presidents exercise their constitutional prerogatives, and if it changes his mind on the utility of recess appointments, I'll be delighted to see.
Yeah. What's your take right now on the state of national security and the way that people are a bit criticizing President Obama for the situation with Abdul Muttalib and others?
I'm quite concerned about the president's policies and the directions he's taken, not only for the impact that they've had during the course of the first year, but for the reverberations that might occur over the next 3 years, because the process is still unfolding. Friends and adversaries around the world are still reacting to his initial policy pronouncements, and so I think that we haven't seen the real consequences of many of the positions he's taken. And that as they play out, I think the negative consequences to national security will grow.
If there's one bit of advice you could give President Obama of what to focus on with foreign policy in the next year, what would it be?
Well, I think he should abandon some of the views that he's brought into office about the nature of our adversaries, their susceptibility to negotiation, and the ability to deal with issues like nuclear proliferation against determined proliferators who are continuing to make progress, because as time goes on, time benefits the proliferator. So right now, under his policies, which in many respects, unfortunately, are not that much different than the Bush administration's policies at the end, time continues to roll along. Iran continues to get closer to nuclear weapons. North Korea continues its program. Other would-be proliferators will draw the conclusion that the United States is neither willing nor able to stop them, and that means that the threat of proliferation will grow.